get back outside and practice in the heat some. I think it's going to be hot Saturday, so that's always good. I think our guys are focused. They know we're playing in a very talented football team. We cannot make errors if we're going to have an opportunity to win, and I think they understand that. Going into Coliseum is always fun. It's a historical building, obviously, and when you walk down that tunnel, I think if you've just been a fan of football or sports in general, you understand when you walk into that stadium all the history, the rich history that has been in there. And I've been fortunate enough to coach in there and play in there as a collegiate player as well as a professional player. So it's always fun to go in the Coliseum, and generally when you walk in there, there's always a good team you're facing for some reason. So that's interesting as well. Questions?
Any players that missed last week because of injury or got banged up last week that you expect to have that?
I think we're pretty much healthy going into this one. There's always some nicks and some bruises, but I think guys understand the importance of this game and where we're at as a season too. We're running out of opportunities, and I think guys, these guys want to win a football game. They know they're very close. We put ourselves in position here in the games that we have lost, and we got to find a way to win a couple of those. If we do that, then we can end the season, maybe accomplish some things, which should be a lot of fun. There's still a lot to work to be done, but we have the ability to accomplish some things if we can win some games. That'd be kind of fun. Well, I think we've improved. I think players are getting somewhat better. I think the young players have really come a long way since the beginning of the season to right now, especially defensively. Offensively, we've been pretty consistent as far as scoring points. I think last year they scored around 29 average. We're scoring about 27. We just haven't cashed in on opportunities when we had those opportunities when they present themselves. I think we got to play better in the red zone, obviously, on both sides of the football. But I think players are starting to understand what we're trying to do. They're working hard every day. And I told them, I said, there's a process to all this, and one of the deals to the process is you getting better every day. You have to get better as a player. And so I think they're buying into that, which is a good thing, because that's what you're hoping. And then from there, we just got to continue to play. Well, I think here again, you mentioned the road, and we haven't fared well on the road, and we have to find a way to win a road. It'd be fun to win a road game. I don't know how these guys would act. I mean, I haven't seen them win a road game yet. I haven't won a road game with them either. We've been close, but it'd be kind of fun to win a road. Oh, we won one on the road, So we picked a tough opponent. There's no doubt, and it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of effort, and we know that. We're going to have to play very well, and I think the guys understand that. When you play an opponent like this with so much talent, you can't make errors. You can't give them second chances. You just can't do that. They're very explosive on offense. They can make a lot of plays in the passing game, vertically throwing the ball down the field. They have some big-time receivers that go up and catch the contested throw. They've done that. They have a history of doing that this season, of just throwing the ball down the field, and the 50-50 ball, they've come up with a lot of them. We got to make sure that we're in position, and we got to defend that if we're going to slow these guys down on offense. He's been good. I mean, he's focused in, obviously, and he knows he's going to have to play one of his better games against these guys. They're pretty talented in the back end of their defense. They can put pressure on the quarterback with four guys. They got a nice front. It's the who's who of football. If you've covered football, high school football, and a lot of these kids I know of previous and playing, coaching the Under Armour game, and you know who these kids are, and they got a good group, and they rotate them, and they got a nice rotation with their defensive line. I mean, it's four guys go out and do four guys come in, and they're pretty talented.
Every game is important, but when you're playing at USC in Los Angeles, that's where you're trying to really recruit. Is there an added element to it?
Well, I think obviously on their sideline they'll have a bunch of players. They'll probably have kids in this week that we're recruiting as well, and you realize that. And You know, it's just a matter of when you play a team like this, you know, the more games you can win, does that change players' minds? I don't know that. I just think the way you play, I think a lot of players look at now is what I do fit what they do, right? I mean, you know, it's a matter of, are you willing to adjust your system around the players? And I think we've shown that here. I think this as well. I think if you're a young football player and you decide this is the place that you'd like to attend as a student athlete, one thing they can rest assured is you will get an opportunity to play. It's about competition here. It's about creating an environment where it's competition and where there's depth. And I think if you're a young player, just watch how we play and look at the young guys that are playing for us. It's obvious. That's what it is, and that's what it's going to be going forward. And we all know that. We're not trying to hide it. It's the nature of where we're at right now, and we're going to recruit young players. And if they're talented enough and they understand what to do, they're going to play. I have no problem playing young players. I don't. I just think that talent outweighs experience, because in the long run, when you teach talent and it gets the experience, you're better for it. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to recruit the most talented players we can and give them an opportunity to come in here and compete. And when you compete within the masses of your team, you become a better football team, and that's what we're trying to do. That's the mindset.
Cameron Smith has been in and out for them.
Yes.
What kind of difference does that make whether he's available, fully available for them versus?
Well, I mean, it's talent alone. I mean, obviously, you can, you know, I'm not going to say that there's that much of a drop-off when he comes out. Because they're very talented, but you know, that's what they have. They built a pretty good foundation of a lot of depth, and I think the teams that obviously continue to win at a high level have a lot of depth, because there are going to be some injuries. It's just the way it works, and no different in any sport. In pro football, there's injuries, and in college as well. And I think this, when you have a system or you build a team where there's constant competition within the players, practice is better, because guys understand, if I practice well and I'm competing for time, and then when you go on the field you realize I better play well, because if not, there's a guy behind me that's going to get some of my reps. So within the team, that's what you want to create, and when you do that, you know you're going to be a pretty good football team. Yeah, we're seeing where he's at. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's a little banged up, so we'll see what happens. We've got a couple guys, but I think for the most part, if guys are 90%, and most guys at this point that have played football all year, they're probably 90%. No one's 100%. A game like this, guys want to play. And I think if you're a football player and you get to play SC in the Coliseum, you know, you want to play.
You haven't had J.J. Wilson for a few weeks. You were talking about playing young players.
Yeah.
You played with a lot of young players in the linebacker, but
Yeah.
can he bring something to the table?
We'll see where he's at. I don't know if he's in shape to play, to be quite honest. He's missed so much time, you know, because of injury and, you know, other things. But I don't know where he's at right now. I mean, you know, we'll see where he's at. We're just kind of playing it by ear for the most part.